Hi, everybody. I'm Mandy Kay.
And I'm Matthew Vose.
Welcome to a short, one off, very special episode. We are really excited to announce that we've launched a Patreon for Eloquent Gushing. And we thought it was best to do something a little bit separate so that the announcement doesn't take over your regularly scheduled podcast. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it's a platform for people who love podcast, art, video, writing, and all sorts of material to fund and support the creators they love.
It also allows the creators themselves to reward and build a better relationship with their biggest supporters. Mandy, you have used Patreon for a while, same as me, and to support other creators to help them deliver really good content and the best material they can. Who are the sort of people that you've funded so far?
I have funded Chipperish with the lovely Lonnie Diane Rich because I just love the content that she puts out and I want to make sure that she can keep putting it out because you guys, I'm selfish and I want to like what I like. I also support Lauren Shippen, who produces the Bright Sessions, which, if you guys haven't listened to it, you really need to. It's an
Mm.
awesome audio drama. I support previous co host Joshua Unruh. He is getting ready to start a superhero seminar that I'm so excited about. He's going to start with Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman!
Yeah, I'm really excited about it because I mean, you guys know I haven't read comic books. I did the Batman one with Joshua, and so now I get to do Wonder Woman, and I'm really super excited. Matthew, what do you support, or who do you support?
Like you, I also support Chipperish with Lani because she does put out some amazing content that's really good, so it's absolutely worth supporting. The Right Sessions too, I support a chap called Mark Brown who does a video series called Game Maker's Toolkit, which is a deep dive into specific video game mechanics and design elements, but celebrating the best and most interesting elements of games. So it's a really interesting series, and Patreon's been really good for him because he was editor in chief at a gaming website, but he's actually been funded so well that he's able to go part time. I think even basically step away from that job, and he's now full time creating these videos and giving talks on it. So it's sort of opened up a whole new opportunity for him.
That's awesome.
So it's not just podcasts, but lots of different people use it for different things. There's always something interesting on there.
Yeah, absolutely. There are, authors who do self-publishing on there,
Mm.
artists who give away, prints of their work at certain reward levels, and basically anybody who does any sort of creating, be it physical or virtual, they can use Patreon to support them. And I think it's just an amazing platform. And hopefully all artists who are on the internet, take use of it.
Hmm. One of my favorite rappers, MC Lars, he has a funding level which he basically creates a song a week, I think. So he's just putting out content all the time for the people who fund him and help support him making music. He's worth looking out for you guys who like good geeky music. He's definitely into. He does a thing called Lit Hop, where he takes a book and basically does it as a song. So he's done Moby Dick, he's done Hamlet, which is a terrific song. He's done Edgar Allan Poe in there as well.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
it reminds me of Buffering the podcast, which is about, or well, Buffering the Vampire Slayer podcast, which is a weekly, watch along podcast about Buffy. And they do an original recap song every week, and you can download it if you're
Oh,
one of their
nice.
patrons, which is fantastic. I
Right.
mean, their songs are awesome. And they even have like character specific jingles. And if you're not familiar with them, definitely worth checking out too.
So you can find our page if you go to Patreon, patreon.com/eloquentgushing. We decided to launch for us specifically because we want to keep doing the shows that we're putting out already that everyone enjoys, but we want to develop new podcasts, new videos and blogs that we hope everyone will love even more. But every new thing we want to do, it takes more time, it takes more money to put in. Some of the ideas that we're working on at the moment, I think I've mentioned in the past my love of the Discworld series, but it's really hard to get other people to read it because there are 41 books and various other maps and cookbooks and diaries and comics and videos and so on. So what I want to do is a short series, but about each of the sections of the Discworld series, taking people through it. So, if you like this style of fantasy, or if you like this style of book, police procedural, maybe this series is really good for you. So, here are the books you should be hitting up. Certainly first, because once you start, you're going to like all of them.
I'm really excited about this, you guys, and I can't wait for Matthew to be able to do it because I've always wanted to read the Discworld series, but if you listen to me at all, you know I'm a completionist. And so the idea of reading a 41 book series start to finish is just terrifying. And so having Matthew just tell me what to read will be better.
Yeah, everyone I tell about it, they go, oh, it's a little overwhelming. So hopefully this will be a way to go. Actually, there's these 5 books with this sort of character, this sort of style that will give people an in, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Can't wait. I also really want to do another podcast. I am just kind of
Hmm.
addicted to this whole pop culture thing right now, and it's great. I love talking about this stuff with other people. And so I haven't decided yet, which TV show that I really want to go back and look at again. There are several, that are floating around in my head, and once we meet some of our goals, then our patrons will help me choose which show to do for my next podcast, which I think is going to be great.
Yeah, I think we have a list of about 5 so far that you want to really get into.
Oh, is that all?
Every time you come up with a new idea, we then talk about it, all the different ways you could do it and all the different aspects you could bring to it. So
Yeah.
each of them has a lot in depth, but it's just choosing which is the next one we hit up.
Yep.
I also want to start doing some more written content. Mandy started a blog with her thoughts on, again, pop cultural elements. I want to start something of the same thing, short reviews of some of the things that I go and see. We've also got someone who's hoping to write a blog for us about books of the world. So, with a particular thing on different books from different countries, what aspects of that country come through in the literature they write about. So, right now we have ongoing fees for the shows that we put out, for the website, for media hosting, the music licenses that we use, for software, and so on.
We also have some incidental fees that are ongoing all the time, just so that we can actually do the shows that we put on, specifically for Pop Culturally Deprived, because I have to rent the movies to watch them. Sometimes they're on Netflix, which, I'm going to pay for regardless, but sometimes I have to rent them. I have actually gone to see one or two on the big screen because they've been presented that way here in my hometown, which has been fantastic. I actually bought the Godfather DVDs because it was cheaper to buy them than to rent them, which is weird, but hey,
Worth
now
it.
I own them. And comic books and all those sorts of things. We have monthly fees for things like Libsyn and, the annual domain name and all of those sorts of things. And it's great. And we certainly don't mind paying for any of this stuff because this is something that we want to do and we love doing this, but we want to do more. So in the future, we want to pay for music that's written specifically for our shows. We want something that brand identifies us as who we are. I think that would be just fantastic. We want to actually go to events. We'd love to be able to record live. And we just have so many ideas that we just can't bring to life right now that we really want to be able to do.
So that is where you, as our biggest supporters, come in. We hope you already enjoy the content that we make and put out, and you'd like to pledge to help support us to have more quality work available.
We have several pledge levels available, so even if you can only give $1 a month, you'll be getting a reward. And if you can donate more, we want to show you how much we appreciate your generosity, so you'll get even more access to exclusive content and rewards. At $1 a month, you're going to get access to exclusive Patreon content, in addition to a shout out on social media. For $3 a month, you'll get all of the previous awards. Your name will get a place of honor in our Roll of Honor on our website, and you will receive a first look at any new content and features as they are developed. For $5 a month, you'll get all of that other stuff, plus access to exclusive recorded content each month, and at least one of us will host a monthly live chat and movie watch along on our Discord server. And for $10 a month, you'll get all of the previous awards, plus a shout out on our Patreon exclusive monthly content, 48-hour early access to Pop Culturally Deprived, and voting rights whenever we need to decide what comes next.
One of the great things about Patreon is it allows us to set some goals as well, so things that we're trying to get funding towards. The very first goal that we have is to have a sustainable level. So this is where all of our ongoing costs and the expected fees that we have are covered so that we can continue creating new work, buying new equipment without having to continue to support everything we want to keep doing because we know everyone enjoys it. After that, the next goal is Mandy's next podcast. So she's mentioned she wants to do some other probably show, maybe some other piece of content. And that will be when we hit $125 a month, she'll start developing that, getting everyone to help choose which show we actually work on, putting a new podcast out for everyone to enjoy. After that, at $200 a month, we want to start doing an extra show each month about a current movie or TV show. We sometimes reference about how we've been to the cinema to see something or watching something that's just come out on some sort of network streaming media, something that the many ways that TV goes out these days. What we want to do is actually start doing a pop culture deprived, but about something we've both just seen, where we've both been able to go to the cinema to watch it, come back and talk. The most obvious one recently is, of course, Wonder Woman. But then we've got Orange is the New Black has a new season just come out. We've got Game of Thrones is about to have the next season come out. So there's lots of things always coming that we both enjoy watching that we'd want to talk about. Mandy's mentioned about wanting to have unique music written for each show. At $300 a month, that's what we would be putting the money into. So we'd actually go to someone who can write music for us and say, this is the theme of the show, this is the idea behind it, this is the sort of style we come to it with, and have really good music written for us. At $400, we want to upgrade equipment again. We want to get some really good webcams and start producing some live video shows. So that monthly show might actually be a live hangout. It might be a recording of us actually talking through a webcam. Maybe me dancing, doing some jazz hands for you on camera. And the top goal at the moment, the thing we really want to work towards, is a Rocky Horror Picture Show shadowcast that we both attend. There's one in North Carolina near Mandy, so it would be great for me to be able to travel over there, for us to attend, dress up, engage, have a really good time, and then record our reactions when we actually get to it. That would be amazing. That would be so much fun.
I'm really excited about that goal, you guys. That's like our biggest stretch goal ever, but it's the one that, oh man, that would just be so much fun.
It's obviously a way in the future, but we wanted to set these as this is the sort of thing we want to grow towards. So if you're giving us money, we want to be able to say, here's what we've spent it on, here's what you are helping us to do. You guys are phenomenal. You give us great feedback. We get great reactions from everything. We get some wonderful insights to the shows that we watch and discuss. And the support that you give us to be able to do this kind of thing is just immense. So we really want to keep working to deliver the best content that we can. If you can support us, please visit patreon.com/eloquent gushing. That's Patreon.
Thank you so much for being involved with Eloquent Gushing and helping us to build the network even more. We're so excited about our future projects and we can't wait to bring them to you.